Hello! Welcome to a very special episode of the Untitled Wrestling Podcast, where we are quickly just scrambling around to get some seasonal content out. I am Jay, joined by my usual two cohorts, Faye and Big Tasty, TN Faye and Big Tasty, and also,
no.
Is it the Chupacabra? No, it's Troy! How are we all?
Very well, very well.
Yeah, good. Feeling festive. It's the Friday. Not to like pull back the curtain too much, but it's the Friday before Christmas. I'm probably gonna watch Die Hard tonight, so that's fun.
Yeah,
as tradition.
Sarah watched The Holiday last night, which was less fun, but fine.
I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation last night. That's
nice. I'm in a position now where I've got like 3 days of advent calendar build up, which is so I'm gonna literally feast later. It's gonna be great.
I have so many chocolates to eat out of mine. It's going to be great.
I didn't get one this year. I completely forgot about it.
Oh,
same.
But I do have cheese, which I bought. So I'm probably gonna save that with a load of beer for Christmas Eve, and then just get drunk and watch Muppets Christmas Carol as tradition dictates.
Solid.
But anyway, we aren't predicting what we're doing for Christmas. We're predicting next year. So I brought you all here today. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to try and figure out, predict as many champions as we can for the end of the year of 2024. There will be a prize. I haven't got a clue what it's going to be yet. I'll figure it out through the year. It's not like I haven't got a whole year to fucking figure this out, have I?
We'll still do it last minute. It's going to be the way, it is.
But we're also
as tradition.
As tradition. We are also going to be not just predicting champions. We're going to be predicting a few things that are going to happen next year. So let's get into this, shall we? So first of all, we'll go through a few champions and a few winners of the various things throughout the year. Starting with the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, currently held by Roman Reigns for what feels like an eternity. I'll start you off. I'm going to go for Gunther as being that champion. I think Corey's going to win it off Roman and then get fucking shot to death at SummerSlam. Troy, who have you got?
I did have Gunther, but then I was going back and forth, and we'll get on to Rumble winners later. So initially I thought it will be him to win it, but then I feel like the story with Cody isn't finished. So for that reason, I went for Roman Reigns, because I feel like they want him to beat Hogan's record. Like at this point, what's another 300 days? I mean, he's had it for over 1,000. They're all about breaking records, or at least that feels like the theme for the past year or so. I think he beats the record and then he loses it. I think the record takes him to kind of the back end of next year, and then maybe drops it, possibly.
I was going to say, I believe Hogan's record, he'll beat him before Mania.
It's 1,400 and something, and he's currently on like 1,100 or just shy of 1,100, is it?
No, he's over that, because it was 1,000. It went to 1,000 just after Mania.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm sure I've read somewhere that he's only about 2 months off Hogan's record.
Oh, why then?
Yeah, I'm sure I read that fairly recently as well.
Yeah, I've just looked it up. Currently 1,207 days, and I think Hogan's is 1,400 and something. So
he could do that, maybe not just before Mania, but maybe just after.
I didn't realize it was that close. I thought it was still like a good year off before Hogan's record. I feel like I should change it now.
You can if you want to. If you.
But
is that going to fuck with all your?
Fuck it. No, I'll stick with it. Bollocks. I'll stick with it.
Okay, Faye, who have you got?
Punk.
Yeah, makes sense.
It makes me sad to say it, but like Cody can finish his story like within that time. and then Punk can beat Cody for it.
I think that whoever takes it off Roman, and I do think it will be Cody at Mania, because it makes Cody look very stupid if he doesn't now. Not that Cody's adverse to looking stupid, but I think if Cody does win it off Roman, he's not holding it for a long time. I think it's like 3 months tops. I feel like that belt they're gonna want to have jump around a few people now.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly after it's been held hostage for 3.5 years.
So it doesn't feel like a fucking hood ornament anymore.
Like a what?
Hood ornament.
Tasty, who have you got?
I mean, let's just say if you think Roman's losing that belt in 2024, I've got some sour news for you.
Oh boy.
Because that's fucking never that train's never stopping with. It's rolling all the way.
All aboard the tribal train.
They literally have to make another. They literally have to make another belt because he was hogging the main one so much.
Hogging.
I mean, that's true. So you're saying Roman?
I'm saying Roman. I think they're going for Bruno's reign. I really do.
He's 4 years off Bruno's, isn't he?
What's another 4 years? Fuck it.
God.
In for a penny. We've come this far, man. It's in for a fucking penny, innit? You know.
It's Christmas after all. So just to kind of round that out, I've gone for Gunther. Troy and Tasty have both gone for Roman, and Faye has gone for CM Punk. Okay,
Company
what about
man.
the company man, Phil?
Yeah.
What about the undisputed? No, you've just done that. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the one they just made, just because Roman was hogging the other one. Tasty, who have you got for
that? So it's one of the two returnees. It's either Cody or Punk. I'm not entirely sure. I think what they thought would happen for the main belt. This very much feels like here is the end of your story. This is what we're telling you is the title you really want to win. I think there's a chance
We've got the story at home.
I think that because Cody's already done the Roman thing, I think Punk might do the Roman thing this year, and I think Cody might end up with this one.
Okay.
This is his consolation prize. You don't have to be Stardust, but you can't have the proper world title. You can have this one instead.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's so case.
You don't have to be Stardust, but you can have a consolation prize.
Yeah. Here's your consolation title. Here's your finished story. Now shut the fuck up.
Go back to solving racism or something.
Yeah.
Go and talk about your dad again. It's fine.
Go and cry because someone mentioned your dad.
Oh Jesus!
Well, I've gone for CM Punk for this. I think if he takes it off Seth, I don't think it'll be at Mania, but I do think he will take it off Seth eventually. And then he's probably gonna hold it for a long time because he might want to do the whole, oh yeah, he held it for 434 days. Let's see if he can do it again.
Oh no!
And then he won't. He'll lose it. He'll lose it before Mania.
He'll do the job in Saudi Arabia just to fucking complete the cycle.
Oh, imagine. Or he wins it in Saudi Arabia.
What if he gets beat by the Miz in Saudi? That would be.
Just imagine this. Just imagine CM Punk being presented the title by the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia.
and just deleting all his old tweets panickedly.
This would be the John Lydon anchor butter advert of professional wrestling.
I can't wait for CM Punk to go on a Saudi show and just the fucking calls of hypocrite he's gonna get.
Cult of personality indeed.
Faye, who have you got?
This is more like wishful thinking, but I've got Shinsuke Nakamura.
That is wishful thinking.
I know. I just want him to have a belt, okay?
I wish you were right.
Faye, apparently they've given up on signing Okada now, so they're not going to push Nakamura anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shinsuke's only there to say if he doesn't give a fuck about belts.
They were only pushing him to make it look better for Okada. They were trying to land Okada, so they were making Nakamura have a good run, and now that's over. He's going to go back to I don't know, Cedric Alexander or whatever.
No, but
kicking AJ Styles in the bollocks again.
Yeah, just kicking people in the dick again. Why not
relive
people in the dick? Why not relive that classic Nakamura booking?
he's been doing like mists on Cody, hasn't he?
Mm.
You know, Japanese and that.
We're going back. Going back to Hoof Dick Nakamura. That's happening.
Give me what I want.
That makes me sad because that means that the chances of Okada in TNA drastically go up, and I'm not happy about that.
Whoa!
Did you mention TNA and drastically? Scott Steiner confirmed.
Call him by his given name, Faye, Okato.
No, I will not.
The chances of Okato are low, but never zero.
Never ever zero. And Troy, who have you got?
I've gone for Gunther. Yeah, I feel he's had the record now for Intercontinental Champion, hasn't he? He's held it for the longest time. He beat Honky Tonk Man's record, which was the longest. I feel like he loses, and again we'll get onto it later. I feel like he either loses it or just goes, I relinquish it. Kind of like Asuka did, where she's like, I've beaten everyone. And he sets his sights on a bigger prize. And no one's going near Roman. No one's taking that off him. So it only leaves the World Heavyweight Championship. So, yeah, I think he does that. I think he finishes the year with it.
He'd be a logical person to take it off Roman, to be fair.
He would.
Just by the way they book people. No, I also don't see it happening. One thing I do see happening is our next one, which is the AEW Championship. I see Adam Cole ending the year as AEW champion. I feel like he was meant to this year, and then injuries have hampered that. So I think Adam Cole is going to be the AEW champion next year. At the end of the year next year. Faye, who have you got?
Same. Bye-bye.
Same. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Just makes sense, doesn't it? Troy?
I've gone for Will Ospreay. I mean,
he's defo winning it at All In.
Yeah.
It's whether he holds on to it till the end of the year.
Yeah, true.
Adam Cole winning it at All Out the next week would be very nice.
Again, like on a similar point to like Gunther with the IC Championship. Is MJF the longest reigning AEW champion now?
Yeah.
So I feel like whoever has it afterwards, it's not going to be as long a reign. So it's not to say that Adam Cole won't win it at some point next year, but I don't think he holds it till the end of the year. I think there's been so much hoo-ha and pomp around Ospreay generally, especially him now being part of AEW. There's no way he's coming in to that company knowing that they're doing a pay-per-view in the UK and he doesn't win it there and end the year on it for me.
That's fair. Tasty, who have you got?
No, Adam Cole's injury really fucked this up, didn't it? Because I think we had a clear pipeline of the next sort of 3 or 4 champions, and I know Tony likes his like set in stone, like doesn't change his booking when someone gets injured. So I'm going to stick with it, and I think it's going to come back. It all depends when Cole's back, and if he's been lying the whole time about how bad his injury is, and if he is the devil, and because that's all going to come to a head like literally next week. We're going to see something there. I think it's a solid 40% chance that Joe beats MJF with fuckery from the devil involved. So I still think I'm not really answering the question here. I do apologize.
Going around the long way.
I think there's a pathway where we go Samoa Joe to Adam Cole. I've explained that on the podcast why I think Adam Cole wants Joe to win the title. I think Adam beats Joe at Revolution. I think Swerve wins it somewhere. I think you have to put it on Swerve this year because he is fucking incendiary. He's like white hot. And then if Swerve's your champion, your heel champion going into the back end of the year, then I think Darby Allin makes all the sense in the world to take it off him.
Ooh, so you're going for Darby?
It's a hard one to land because I don't think Darby's going to have it very long. But I just think
if he makes it back from Everest,
if he doesn't, he makes it back from Everest. But I think because he's becoming a bit of a crossover guy now, he's getting out and he's doing other things. Swerve's a big crossover guy. I think they want crossover champions now, like MJF's sort of paved the way there. I think it's going to be really hard to land Darby's. It'll either be it's going to be like a one pay-per-view cycle title reign because he's a babyface who gets the fuck beaten out of him. That's his whole deal. So he's not going to have it very long. I just think it might fall on like sort of full gear to maybe the start of the year, possibly, or maybe even World's End next year into 2025, sorry.
Okay.
Will Ospreay, to answer your point, I think he wins the C2 next year.
Oh,
okay.
Well, I'll put that on your predictions now, so I don't have to type it in a minute. Yeah, very compelling argument there, Tasty. I was almost.
I'm historically always very bad at these things because I overthink things, but that's just that makes sense in my head.
Corner.
Yeah,
but it's also because a lot of the time you put it down to the chance of the dice.
Yeah, the dice do better than when I think about it. Weirdly.
Yeah. Next up, then we've got the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Let's start with you, Tasty.
Okay, so it's the tricky one. Can we? Now this is a hard one. Does this include Wrestle Kingdom?
No, it is.
Because that's really tricky then, because I know what I think is going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't know. So I'm going to say Naito.
Naito. You think Naito's holding it all year?
I think he's going to run the. I think it's his last big run.
Fucking mad lad.
Or he might lose it and get it back. I don't know. It could be. I mean, it could be fucking Sonata. It could be anyone. But I think I know what's going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom. Who's going to challenge him? So
do tell.
Well, no, because that's later. We've got other predictions, haven't we, for stuff like that for the G1 and stuff like that.
All right.
I have a funny feeling about that as well. I've gone for Naito's stablemate Shingo Takagi just because I want Shingo to have a proper reign with the title.
You're just trying to will this into existence.
He had it, didn't he? But it wasn't very long.
He had it for like.
Is it last year or the start of this
year before? I think he started 2021.
All those Okada reigns have blended into one.
Yeah. He lost it. He lost it to Okada, and he beat Ospreay for it, I believe. When Ospreay was fucked, so that was like some time ago. But yeah, I just want Shingo to have a nice run, just be happy. Faye, who have you got?
This is a chance in hell one, but it's what I want. Shota.
I don't think this year, but I do think it is coming.
I think the way Ospreay put him over in that last match was
the Defo like, building him.
Yeah.
And Troy?
I don't really follow New Japan, so I'll just put Great Okan just because he's a big, sexy man and I really like him.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not going to win it.
It needs to be in New Japan, really, isn't
it? Yeah. If I was, I don't know. Yeah,
he might win the belt, but he'll win many children, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. That's a world championship in my mind. So
that's fair. Next up, we've got the new Triple Crown that will be created with the finals of the Continental Classic. So the ROH title, the New Japan Strong World title, and the AEW Global title. Yes, Troy.
Is that what it is? So I didn't quite understand what this category was. Can you just summarize that very quickly?
Yeah, so basically the winner of this year's Continental Classic will be crowned all three of those belts. It's a modern day Triple Crown. So All Japan had the Triple Crown, which was 3 unified world championships.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically what they're creating with this. The ROH title, New Japan Strong title, and a newly created AEW Global title that's going to like tie the 3 together.
So hang on, AEW are making a new title to then unify it with 2 others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The 3 others.
To make it a Triple Crown, essentially.
But there's not going to be a 1 belt for all of them, where they just hold 3 belts about.
They'll have all 3.
Lovely.
So it's basically to solidify like the relationship between Ring of Honor, New Japan, and AEW.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, thank you.
And to make Eddie Kingston happy because it's an All Japan thing.
Yeah.
It's just to give Eddie Kingston one of those bucket list things before he retires. So I'll go first. I think Okada's a free agent in 2024. What better way than to have him kind of doing the rounds than having him hold all 3 of those belts, and then he can show up in New Japan and AEW and wherever the fuck else he wants.
Fair.
Yeah. With the knowledge you have now, Troy, who have you got?
I mean, it hasn't changed. I've put Shota. why not? Because
I didn't. That's a lovely thought.
That's a fair pick, to be fair.
Because obviously I didn't fully understand what that was, but I'm still happy to stick with Shota. He's lovely.
That would make me happy.
I've watched him wrestle a couple of times. Why not?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Tasty.
Well, I kind of played my hand earlier. I think you're close, Jay, but I think you've got the wrong O. I think it's Billy Bird.
Oh, you think Bill Ostrich?
Billy Ostrich is going to
Billy Ostrich.
William Ostrich.
Billy Ostrich.
I think he's going to come into AW as like, this is going to be like his speciality. He's the New Japan guy. He's like done the G1. Like he's got the experience. I think he's gonna run the C2 next year.
But so you think he's gonna be the Triple Crown winner at the end of the year?
Well, I think considering like basically the C2 finishes at World's End, like it took his 2 days to the end of the year. I think he's gonna win the C2, and that's gonna make him the Triple Crown champion.
Okay.
I didn't think of it like that.
I don't know if they're going to put the Triple Crown up in the C2 next year. I think it might be more just like a number one contender for a thing.
I'm working on the assumption that it's going to be the same as this year, and I think
that's fair.
Plus that way you can still do Japan stuff as well, can't you? Because you'll be a New Japan champion. So
that is very true. Faye, who have you got?
Malachi Black.
I'd like that a lot.
I'm spooky.
Yeah, I'm kind of going on this assumption that Jay said, where the number one contender wins the C2 or whatever. But I think before then, Malachi holds that until the end of the year. I have a hope, and you'll see it in my predictions, that I want the House of Black to all have singles gold.
I'd like that. I think definitely one of them is going to have held a singles belt by the end of the year. Spoiler alert, it's Brody King.
Yeah. I was going to say there's only one man from that stable who deserves singles gold, and it's Big Bad Brody.
Yeah, Brody's like on fire at the moment.
Man like Brody.
Right, so the WWE World Women's Champion. So this is the one that is on Smack Diddly Down, I believe.
It's the one held by Rhea.
No, it's the one held by Io. I think. I could be wrong on that. I'll double check that now.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was going to put in brackets which one it was, and I forgot.
I think Rhea is the WWE Women's Champion, and Io is the World Women's Champion, isn't she?
Oh, because I thought Rhea has the one that's like set.
So, yeah, Rhea is the WWE World Women's Champion. My mistake.
Right.
Okay, well, in that case, Troy, who you
got? Rhea Ripley. I think she'll just keep holding it.
Forever champion.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, they'll just do what they did with Roman. Like, why not?
Faye?
So I thought I got my belts mixed up. So I've got Kyrie to win this one.
Okay.
Nice.
I've got Bailey. I think she's going to leave Damage Control and go on a singles run.
Leave or get booted out.
Yes. And Tasty?
I'm making this statement the way I'm free will. I think Charlotte Flair will win.
No, you're not. Don't
blink twice.
Tasty, blink twice if Sarah hasn't got a knife.
Everything's fine.
This is fine. Okay. Next, we've got the WWE Women's Champion. I've gone for Jade Cargill in this one. Tasty, who you got? Don't say Charlotte Flair again.
I'm once again making this statement. I think there's an off chance that she could get both belts. Like they have just given her all of the money. She's out for the next 9 months. She's going to come back just in time for the end of the year.
They've also just get Bailey a load of money.
Yeah, but not Charlotte money. She's got her own she's got a Cody bus.
Cody bus? What, the Lex Express?
Yeah.
So you think they're going to unify the belts?
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
They're going to unify them, but they only introduce one of them this year.
WWE, baby.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, it is on brand for WWE to do something like that. But it's more of a Vince decision.
They won't necessarily unify them as such. They won't like tie them together. They'll just have the same person holding both of them.
Like they did with Roman before they unified them.
They've got form.
Yeah. Okay. Troy, who have you got?
Jade Cargill.
That's fair. Yeah, I think they're going to go big on Jade next year. And Faye?
Rhea.
Ooh, so you think she's going changing brand?
Yeah.
Yeah, switcheroo.
I forget about the brand split. I mean, so have they. So.
Yeah, you're not the only one, to be fair, mate. You know.
Don't worry about it.
I was saying to Sarah the other day, like, are they going to have a draft like in the new year? And she was like, I don't fucking think so. And it was like,
if they do, it will mean nothing like the last one.
They usually do it after Mania.
Yeah.
If they do. Okay, next up we've got the AEW Women's Champion. Troy, who have you got?
Athena.
Yeah, same.
It's a no-brainer, surely.
As soon as she drops that ROH women's title, she's gonna be taking the AEW World Women's Championship. Faye, have you got?
Julia Hart.
Nice. And Tasty.
You're forgetting about the real one, Jamie Hayter, baby.
Oh, Hayter does so hard.
She's gonna come back. She's gonna win it all in. She's gonna take it to the rest. She's gonna take it to the house.
That's a fucking good shout. I didn't even think of that, and I feel quite silly for not thinking of that. Right, all right, Tasty. Seeing as you got all this fucking big brain play, who's going to be ROH Women's Champion?
Come on in, Billy Big Bollocks.
It's tricky because I think Billy Starks is getting it at some point this year.
Yeah.
Will she keep it? Because you don't know who's going to be in Ring of Honor, like the women's division. So you could see someone like Lady Frost maybe be due a little heel run, but I think Billy. I think she'll have it by hook or by crook, and she'll just have it by the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think Billy Starks as well. It just makes sense. I feel like they're really trying to build that Ring of Honor brand around it.
They could even have Athena just vacate it like Asuka did in NXT, and then have we love a tournament. So.
Oh, I don't know. I think Billy needs to beat Athena after the match they had the final battle. It just makes sense.
But when?
Supercard of Honor. Or Death Before Dishonor. Or do the whole fucking year and have it go to final battle and then have Athena win the AEW Women's title at World's End.
What with no build?
No build. Showing up.
Have it that she's too distracted by the AEW Women's title to properly defend it. Right, yeah. So Faye, who you got?
Willow Nightingale.
That's fair. I'm judging by your reaction there, Troy. So have you?
Correct.
So I'm not saying that Billy doesn't win it. I definitely do think that Billy takes it off Athena, and I think Death Before Dishonor is the one to take it, and then Willow takes it at final battle.
Okay. Interesting. Next up, then we've got the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Faye, who have you got?
Sheamus.
You're desperate for Sheamus to finally get it, aren't you?
Yeah, I
am. The one belt that's eluded them. Tasty, have you got top red Sheamus as well?
He is a top red, but no, I think why not just fucking keep it on Gunther, build something.
Oh no!
Build something.
Oh no!
I mean, they like having people holding belts for fucking forever.
Yeah.
Troy, you got
Jonathan of Gargano.
Nice.
Why not?
I'd like to see
Workhorse Championship. He's a Triple H boy, isn't he? He's gonna do him proud. Like.
Champ would be a shout as well, to be fair.
Well, that was part of my reason of thinking it was that maybe Johnny wins it, DIY properly reform, and Ciampa does a betray.
What if Johnny does it? Oh yeah, we could do it the other way. Johnny does a betray.
We could.
Like,
can we just say DIY might win it at some point? Like,
yeah.
Don't get Johnny to do it. He tried that in NXT when he fucking jumped the shark with it.
With the way took way.
No, it's the fucking what was it? One Final Beat or whatever it was called.
Oh, don't worry about that.
So he did the double turn.
Was that when he ruined his theme music?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That was when he came back.
Was it?
Yeah, when they've like remixed Rebel Heart now, haven't they? It's fucking.
Oh
dreadful.
yeah, yeah.
I've gone for Ilya Dragunov because there's only one man who takes belts off Gunter, and that's Ilya Dragunov. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
As tradition would dictate. Me and Ryan had a big conversation about this the other day. So that's why he convinced. Well, we kind of convinced each other on that one.
What if it's Mizzy?
If it's what?
Mizzy Big Balls.
No. Mizzy Fat Sacks.
Yeah.
No.
Or sack Mike Miz.
I like the idea of Dragunov winning it. I toyed with putting him. I think as one of two.
He'll have been called up by then.
Yeah, I think me and you, Jay, as two of probably about 200 people that actually watched NXT UK when it was a thing, and it was good. Watching that whole build to Dragunov and Gunther, or Walter at the time, going to take it off him was awesome. I'd love to see that happen again. He's definitely getting called up, so I think it's a great shout for him to take it.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the WWE US Championship. And sticking with my theme of dragons holding mid-card titles, I'm going with Dragon Lee. Because it feels like they are really putting the big old push on him. Troy, you go?
He's a bit good underneath that Dragon Lee. He's a bit good.
I mean, I know you might not all know this, but I do prefer his brother. But
really?
Yeah. I know.
This is new news.
News with a cable.
No, I haven't got any cables at the moment. Troy, you
got? Dominic Mysterio? Why not?
That's a solid shout, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's either a lot of these I was toing and throwing on. At one point, I had LA Knight. Another point, I had what's his name, Gobshite Logan Paul, to just keep hold of it.
Hasn't he got it?
That's what I mean. Yeah. To just keep hold of it.
That wouldn't surprise me either, though. Which is awful.
But yeah, Dominic Mysterio is a shout, man. Like, he's just grown in popularity. Like, he's doing well. Like, why not?
It's fair. Tasty, who have you got?
So I think the Curse Monkeys poor as they find a way to take it off Logan Paul, but put it on Austin Theory.
Oh no!
If that happens, I'm coming for you.
Like Booker T and Hogan. Coming for you.
Faye, who have you got?
Well, I was going with this theme of who does Faye like seeing with belts, and I put Sami Zayn, and then I realised that I would actually like to see a Sami and Logan Paul match because they probably work to make it enjoyable to watch.
Sami Zayn could have a good match with a fucking cardboard cutout of Logan Paul, let alone actual Logan Paul.
Actual Logan Paul.
Yeah, I think that would be a good match. So yeah, give it to Sami in Saudi. Like, have him beat Logan Paul in Saudi.
I'd like to see Sami Zayn win a belt.
Yeah.
Preferably the big one, but I don't think they're going to do that. Right, next up, we've got the AW TNT Championship. Troy, you got?
Pac.
Oh, I miss Pac.
I do. He's not really. He's had one. I know he's injured, but what I mean, like, in terms of like belts he's held, like, was he the first international?
He was first international, and he also held the trios titles as well.
Yeah,
at the same time.
Yeah.
They have a double champion.
I just like Pac. I just want to see him back. So yeah, fucking why not?
Yeah, well, you saying back there has got a really nice segue for me because I'm going with the Messiah of the Backbreaker, Roderick Strong, because that man has put the fucking Lord's work into AEW in the last 3 months and absolutely deserves a fucking belt.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, overcoming losing the use of his legs, being neck strong. He doesn't need his wheelchair anymore. Just what an inspiration.
What a redemption story.
Exactly.
Oh,
Faye, who have you got?
Rosie King.
I mean, I'd be down for that as well. I'd be fucking here for that. And Tasty?
I think the only logical winner is the prodigy Nick Wayne.
Oh, that's a fucking shout and a half.
I think the TNT title works best. Now we've shown that it works best when it's in the Christian verse. So I think we just keep it there forever.
I mean, he is all our fathers. Yeah, I'd be okay for that. And also, it's a good story. Right, while we're on
or Wardlow again, because statistically it's more likely to be Wardlow.
It's Wardlow at this point. It's either Wardlow, Sammy Guevara, or someone that people want to see,
or somehow Cody again.
You thought I was finishing my story over there?
Just
What's
MJ
Nick Wayne through a flaming table.
No, thank you. Right, AW International Champion. Tasty, who you got?
International Champion. I think this is where we find maybe Pac.
Oh, we don't know how. Oh, go on.
No, I'm not going to have Pac because I don't think he's like over enough to, not over, but like in the US enough to be a champion, if that makes sense, like full time. Takeshita, why not?
Okay, I like that.
He needs some gold, doesn't he? So let's get him on that.
Yeah. Faye, who you got?
Continuing with my trends of give House of Black all the gold in Buddy Matthews.
I think Buddy gets a run with this belt at some point this year, but I don't think he ends. I've gone for Swerve because I think Swerve's going to be world champion this year, but they like to kind of use the international championship to sort of like make world title caliber talents feel like they're still kind of a big deal. So that's why I think Swerve will kind of bounce back to this belt once he's done with being a AW world champion for a bit. Troy, you got?
I've got Swerve as well. Another one I was back and forth on. Initially, I had Ospreay down because I thought, well, international championship, he is world renowned, like travels a lot, like, indies and various promotions, and thought be one of those belts where you could see it kind of literally anywhere in the world, and what better person than Ospreay. But thought he's just come in, he's absolutely winning a big one. So Swerve was I don't say my second choice because I just want to see Swerve with a belt generally. But yeah, I agree. I think he probably wins the big one at some point, but then has this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could even hold them both. That'd be good.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, to the sentiment of a traveling champion, I mean, Swerve just shows up at random indies every now and again, doesn't he? So
true.
The same. Right next, we've got the AEW TBS champion. I'll start as I've got Willow. I think they sort of laid the groundwork with this, with like teasing that she was going to take it off Statlander, and she probably should have took it off Statlander, I thought, until Julia got involved in the picture. But yeah, I think it's Willow's belt to win that one. It's just when they actually pull the trigger on it. Tasty, who you got?
I think Willow's going to have it this year. I think it might end up on Athena.
Oh, okay.
I think this is where you put Athena and you build this like division of just bad bitches who can go, where it's like Athena, Statlander, Willow, Mercedes, Martinez. All the women who can just fucking knock each other to pieces. Yeah, let's just do that.
That is a bit more of a hard hitting division, isn't it?
The nails division. I'd have had Willow Nightingale had I not put her down for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I've put Layla Hirsch again. Like, is she out? Is she injured or not?
She's just come back too. So I think you can swap them quite easily, and that'd be.
Yeah.
I think Layla's working with Maria Kanellis in Ring of Honor. She's being managed by Maria.
Okay. Yeah, I like Layla Hirsch. Why not?
Layla Hirsch.
But yeah, as you say, you can swap those two about. So yeah.
Faye?
Sky Blue.
I very nearly put Sky Blue myself. I think she's definitely getting built up for something big next year. I just don't know what. Next up,
they have just announced the Ring of Honor Women's TV title, haven't they?
They have.
Oh, that's the point. Yeah.
I mean, that's a spot for Layla Hirsch right there, isn't it? If you need it.
Yeah. There you go.
I think Layla Hirsch is probably going to be the first champion of that. Maybe Nyla Rose, because they just brought her into ROH for reasons, which, I mean, that makes sense if they just brought her in, have a former AEW Women's Champion winner. Next up, we've got the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Troy, who you got?
I've got the Street Profits. I think,
Nice.
yeah, like I said a while ago, I think when they had it initially, that it would be nice to see them as heels with those belts. And now that they kind of are near enough there, they're a bit more kind of serious. I'd be intrigued to see them with a run of that. I had the New Day at one point and swapped it out, and I also had the Creed brothers at one point as well. But yeah, Street Profits, why not?
Well, I have gone for the New Day because I'm just trying to will that back into existence because I feel also not to get too meta with it, but it's contract season. New Day's contracts are up this year.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to incentivize them to resign than go, we'll give you a tag title run?
No, the best way to incentivize that is to go, here you go, have a singles belt, not Kofi Kingston.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I say that. I feel like obviously Big E, we don't know what's going on with him. We just hope he's okay. I feel like he's got a job for life there anyway. As probably Kofi as well. Woods is the only one I could see actually leaving, to be honest. But yeah. Faye, who you got?
Pretty Deadly.
Yes, boy.
Yes, boy.
I want this so bad. I don't know whether they'll do it.
Again, all the WWE ones for me are like, who would Faye like to see? Not so much the logical one, just who do I want to have these belts?
I want to see those two with the belts in game blouses every single week.
That's
how
me.
them and Rollins on a trio, yes.
Oh, don't.
Come on.
Because I would not survive it. That's why. It's the only reason.
Freaking deadly.
Tasty.
That's so good.
Freaking deadly.
Let's go with the experienced Viking Raiders. Why not?
Okay.
What? The experienced.
Yeah, the Viking experience /
I know.
Raiders.
I know.
Yeah. Because I just want
the Viking experience. Is that what they're called?
Weren't they?
That's what they were called, weren't they? So obviously they were War Machine in like New Japan, and then they were
War Raiders.
War Raiders. They were War Raiders NXT.
And then Vince didn't want the word war on national TV, so they
despite the fact that Raw used to be War, if I remember correctly.
War. Yeah.
So then they became the Viking Experience, and everyone was shit all over that. And then they changed them again.
Now they're the Viking Raiders.
Now they're the Viking Raiders, but for a while their finisher was still called the Viking Experience, which is fucking daft.
Sounds like an awful ride.
So why not let some big meaty men hold the belt? Say why not?
Yeah, that's fair.
Valhalla is also here.
Don't worry about it.
She wasn't.
Sure.
Maga the Impaler.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, let's talk about the AEW Tag Team Champions. Faye, who have you got?
Bullet Club.
Bullet Club or Bullet Club Gold?
Bullet Club Gold. Yeah, no, David Finley's just going to show up with Driller now.
It could happen.
Yes, please.
No, I would like to see Bullet Club War Dogs in AEW because I just think it'd be dead funny just having Driller unhinged on like American TV.
Just have Gabe Kidd and Alex Coughlin murdering the Ass Boys.
Oh, I can't wait for that to happen. You know.
So do you think it's going to be the Ass Boys?
Yeah.
Or Jane Juice?
Jane Juice. No, it's the Ass Boys. They need it. I think it needs to be on a. It needs to be on a tag team that's been there since the beginning.
A dot.
Yeah.
I mean, given how much they've improved as well, they defo deserve it. They've been fucking fantastic this year.
Think of the entrance.
The 50 Cent entrance.
Yeah.
Give them back many men, you fucking coward can't. Troy, who you got?
Aussie. Oi.
I also have these, provided that Mark Davis can go like more than like 3 weeks without part of his body exploding.
It'll be a short reign, but they'll have him.
Yeah. What a nice day that'll be for everyone.
Tasty?
I can't believe, Faye, you talked about a team that's been there since the beginning, a deserved title run, and you didn't talk about best friends.
Are you going best friends?
Kill me. Pete's gonna murder me.
I'm gonna just. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I just have to pick it so that I'm just trying to will it into existence. Best.
I almost did that.
Let Chuck win the title and then immediately say shit on television.
Then the speed cuts on fight and no one gets to see it.
Oh, that'd be so funny if they did it like that. Right, we're almost at halfway now. Now we're over halfway. I've just miscounted that. Trios titles. Faye.
Rated FTR.
Ooh, it's not going to be CMFTR.
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy about it. I just think it's going to happen.
I did have, and then I changed my mind. Mark Briscoe and FTR, because it feels like they're going down that road with them a bit.
Damn top guys.
Seeing as they've got merch, but also Adam Copeland is very good friends with FTR, so it would make sense.
They've got shirts as well, though, haven't they?
Have they?
There's a race. I'm sure there's a Races FTR shirt.
Probably. Yeah, I can see that happening, to be fair. Tasty, who you got?
So you asked me this question has just literally exposed how little a fuck I give about the trios titles. And how little a fuck AEW seemingly gives about the trios titles.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Dalton Castle and the boys somehow.
Yes, please.
Do you know what happened? Right, I originally had.
They had remember that 5-minute feud they had with the Acclaimed about 3 weeks ago, and it went nowhere. Yeah. Why not just bring that back?
Yeah.
I put Bullet Club Gold originally, and then I was like, "Fuck, who else?" And then I put them as the titles, and then it took me about 20 minutes to realize what trios do they even have anymore.
Yeah, in fact, no, change mine. Top Flight and Andre.
Action Flight.
Action Flight.
You think they're gonna have them for like a year?
Top Dretty.
No,
Top Dretty.
That's upsetting.
Top Flight and John C. Reilly's bastard son. I've gone for my boys LFI because I feel like that Roosh promo that you did, like, I think it was after Dynamite this week.
Calling out the world.
You've got to put Roosh somewhere, haven't you? To be fair.
Well, to be fair, LFI are perfect for this because they're not really doing much else. And Roosh basically just like declared war on every other faction in AEW. So just have them hold the belts and just like fighting everybody. And put Roosh in Stadium Stampede next year, for fuck's sake, because it'll be glorious.
Running around the stadium like an actual bull.
With all the cables.
It'll literally be like he's like caught up in like the throes of some kind of ancient battle. Just like basking in all the chaos. He's fucking amazing. Troy,
he'll be just taking out like people in the crowd on the floor.
Just innocent bystanders. You get some.
Families with cables.
I've just put House of Black because I don't really know any other trios in AEW. Like, to Tasty's point, like, what's they're
there. It's just they seem to do more single stuff with people in the trios.
Yeah.
Sad like Death Triangle is still about.
I was just about to say, it was House of Black or Death Triangle because they're the only two that I can name off the top of my head. I also just really like both of them.
What about Roddy, Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly? They could be a thing.
I think they are going to be a thing next year.
And Old Father Time.
No, never Bobby Fish.
Nah, Bob Fish is too busy fighting fucking Time Lords or whatever he does.
Selling tonics and elixirs.
Yeah.
Giving out side quests.
Bobby Fish is trying to get people to buy different kinds of snake oil off him. So next up, we've got the Men's Royal Rumble. I think this is a 50-50 really, isn't it? I've gone for Punk. Yeah. Cody won it last year. Just brought Punk back. Makes sense. Tasty, who you got?
Yep, Cringe Machine, Phil.
Cringe Machine!
Faye?
Chicken Man Phil. I want him to eliminate Cody. I just think it'd be funny.
Just like finish this story, bitch, and then just close on it.
Just be like, your money's my money now again.
and Troy.
I've gone for Chody Rhodes. When was the last? When was the last time we had back-to-back Royal Rumble winners?
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
When was that?
Back-to-back title winners. It's
like
fine.
25 years ago, nearly.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a bit of a statement. I still don't think he's going to beat Roman, but I think...
Imagine Cody wins the Rumble again, goes to Mania again, loses to Roman again.
Like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Gets covered in
it's going to happen. That's it. It's just that loop. You know, like at the end of the first Doctor Strange.
Groundhog Day.
Where he just going around and just Groundhog Day.
He is rolling in the Dark Tower. He just can't. He just keeps waking back up on the beach every time.
Cody just wakes up crying and bleeding with I Got You Babe playing.
Is he going to come in at number 30 again and win it like a heel, but then pretend to be a babyface?
Sure.
Yeah.
I do think it'll be Punk and Cody last two at the end, though.
I think you should have Punk and Cody.
If Punk drives Cody out of another wrestling company, that would be fucking hilarious.
Watch Cody go to Ring of Honor and then Punk turn up again.
Man.
Okay, next we've got the Women's Rumble. Faye, you go?
Kyrie.
Ooh. I've got Jade Cargill.
As have I.
Tasty.
I'd go with Carrie. I think I think Jade Cargill, she'll be in it, but don't you win it. They'll do that AJ Styles thing where she'll be in it and show her stuff off and then like go away for a bit.
I reckon debuting it as like winning the Rumble makes a statement though. This is why I put it.
No Mercedes.
Because that's her way to have a championship match and eventually win it, but you don't have to have her build to it. Like they can have her off TV, well, not necessarily off TV, but they can still protect her in that she's got a championship match. She doesn't have to wrestle every week to kind of justify why she's got it. She won the Rumble, so they can keep her off TV between the Rumble and Mania.
Yeah,
be hilarious though if between now and the Rumble they sign Julia and push her harder than Jade.
Imagine.
Do it.
Imagine. Next up, we got the G1. I'm doing what Tasty did and just trying to will something into existence here. It's Zack Sabre Jr.'s year.
Yeah,
Sheppy Zack.
Yeah,
I've been saying this for like the last 3 years, but this year, 2024, is Sheppy Zack's year.
The boy from the island.
He's got that pesky Osprey out now. He's the top guy, Jin. Yeah.
Sad David Finlay noises.
Give him his crown.
Sad Maloney noises.
No, Maloney's
sad Brummy noises.
Driller's gonna just crime people in the fucking Best of the Super Juniors. It's fine.
Beast of the Super Juniors.
Yeah.
Faye, who you got?
Same Sheppy Zack.
Yes.
I'm on this train.
Troy?
Again, I don't really watch New Japan, so I just put Kenta.
I think he'll go far, but I don't think he'll win it. And Tasty?
Zack, like you said, they've really got to build him up as the top guy. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone else is fucked off.
Yeah.
He's still there. He wants to be there. He's a lifer for New Japan if they treat him right. And I think not only will he win the G1, I think he'll win the title of Wrestle Kingdom.
Love that.
Ooh.
Give me what I want.
Suit you, sir.
He'll cry Naito. He'll wrap Naito up so hard that his knees will explode.
He just, I mean, to be fair, Zack Sabre Jr. just has to think about doing that to Naito's knees and he starts twinging.
Doesn't have to go near him.
He'll go off like a jack in the box.
He just thinks about doing a dragon
Like
screw on Naito, and
accordion.
Naito just has feels like a pain in his knee.
You know, in like Tom and Jerry, when
Dragon
Tom like slides down the stairs like a spring and then like collapses at the bottom.
Literally,
Amazing!
It's like a fucking voodoo doll.
yeah.
Next up, we've got the New Japan Best of the Super Juniors. Tasty, who you got for that one?
Shooter, baby.
Shooter. I don't think he's in it, but okay.
Is he not? Have they announced he's in it? Or?
No, they usually have like the same people in it who go to the finals as well.
I think why not Shooter? Why not? Tell me why not.
He's a heavyweight.
Fine. Come back to me.
Okay.
Let me just look at last year's and I'll pick someone.
No worries. Faye?
Who say Vegeta? Is that how you say his first name?
Cozy Vegeta, number one sweet boy.
Yeah.
Ichiban sweet boy.
Ichiban Sweet Boy.
I'd like to see Ichiban Sweet Boy win that. It'll make Chef Zach very happy. Maybe inspire him to win a G1. That's why I've gone for Yo. Because I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? They have Master Watto win it this year. They seem like they're trying to like divert away from Hiromu and Taiji Ishimori and Despy, but then
I love Despy.
But then it's always one of those three usually, if not someone different. So I feel like they might do Yo to try and like test the waters with him to see if it's something he can kind of like push him with. I was torn between Show or Yo, but I don't want to will House of Evil win it or House of Torture winning anything. So let's not have that. Troy,
I've just gone balls out here. Mustafa Ali.
I reckon he'll be in it, but I don't think he'll win it.
I just want him to have the best fucking year. I really do. I want him to be everywhere. Oh, he is. He is. I want him to be everywhere. I want him to fucking win everything. Like, just why not? Sod it.
Okay, I've got a theory for you.
I'm not an Austin theory.
No, oh god, no, never that. We haven't had a Gaijin winner since 2019, so why not Clark Connors?
Okay.
Ooh.
Fair.
Speedball almost won it this year. He came
he did.
upsettingly close.
Well, he lost to Watson in the semis, didn't he? So
yeah, after like pretty much like winning every match he had except for like one before that. Right, so next up we've got the Continental Classic, the C2. I've gone for Orange Cassidy. I feel like this is how you get Orange to kind of like start moving up into like that main event picture. And by that I mean the world title picture, not like because obviously he's already in the main event picture with the International Championship. But yeah, I just think it makes sense Orange to win it. Faye?
Daniel Garcia is who I've got.
Oh boy.
Because no surprise to anyone. That's all I want. I want him to have a nice time.
The redemption arc. So he goes like no wins this year and comes back and runs the gauntlet next year.
Absolutely.
I think at time of the recording we don't know this, but I think Garcia is going to beat Brody King.
Oh, that'd be good.
Because then it makes for Eddie and Danielson in the final. Tasty, you've already said Will Ospreay.
Billy Bird, yep.
Absolute Ricky Starks.
Don't give me hope.
All the belts, all the tournaments.
Troy, he said the Continental Classic, mate, not King of the Ring.
Don't say that.
King of the Continent. There you go.
Don't say things you don't mean.
Not the NXT breakout tournament, which is what you'll actually be in.
Don't say things you don't mean, Tasty. Next up, we've got the AW Owen Hart Cup, the men's. Troy, you got for that?
Nick Wayne.
Oh, that's a good call.
Why not? Although I like the idea of him. Who said it earlier? Was it for the TNT? The storyline with Christian. I mean that
was Tasty.
Tasty.
Yeah, that's also a really good shout. But yeah, why not? There you go. Let's have some young blood win it.
Faye, who you got?
Keith Lee.
That'd be a good reset for Keith Lee. Tasty.
Young Edward Kingston.
Oh, that would be nice. That would make me happy.
Just because it make me happy in my soul.
To continue the theme of youth, I've gone for Nick Wayne's dad, Christian Cage. I'd love to see Christian win this. Just being an insufferable prick about winning it.
He'd carry the trophy everywhere. He'd have Luchasaurus do it.
Excuse me, call him by his given name, Killswitch.
Luchasaurus.
Luchaswitch. Killosaurus.
Next up, we've got the AW Owen Hart Cup Women's. I've gone for Chris Statlander for this. I think it just makes sense to me. Faye?
I've got Marina Shafir just because it's a bit of a wild card, and I'd like to see that. Because
they do seem to be doing a bit more with it, don't they?
Seeing her outside, watching her like in like Revolver and stuff like that, I'm like, why can't we have that like in AEW?
Because AEW don't know how to book a women's division. Troy?
Saraya?
Okay.
Why not? Do you know one thing that's become obvious, like going through like the Ring of Honor and AEW women's stuff? And probably for good reason, because I know you're probably not a fan. No one's mentioned Ronda Rousey, despite her turning up on Ring of Honor TV.
It was a one-off, apparently. Yeah.
Was it a one-off? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay.
She ain't signed.
Also, don't you put that evil on me, Troy.
I know, Troy. I'm coming for you if that happens, Troy.
Tasty, who have you got?
I think Ruby Soho is going to utilize the power of deep kissing to win this year.
She's going to go full Sonic.
She's gonna deep kiss Angelo Parker and then use his abilities to win.
What if Angelo Parker dresses up as a hedgehog when he does it?
Even better. And then they can both do a live stream of Sonic 06 on AEW Arcade.
No, thank you.
And make Evil Uno cry.
Love wins.
Not in this case.
Next
whatever that is, it ain't love.
The only winner is Aaron in that solution.
Next up, we've got the GCW Championship. Troy?
Mustafa Ali, because he's going to have a stellar fucking year.
Love that logic.
Faye?
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Tasty?
Why not Cardona? Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Match.
Shout. Good shout.
I've gone for Troy's best mate, Tony Deppen.
Bezzy fucking mates, me and old Tone Capone.
Tony will celebrate by spitting in his mouth again.
Trying to give me pink eye again. Tart.
Finding out what restaurants you're eating and calling them up and telling them to undercook your food.
Like Old Trafford.
Oh, wait. Can't wait.
And finally, it's the TNA Championship. TM Faye, who you got?
Chris Bay.
Bay.
Okay. I can see that. Tasty?
Like maybe Okada?
No.
Are you going for Okada?
Why not? Let chaos reign.
Do you want me to put Okada or a Kato?
Kato, please.
No.
Okay. His given name.
Call him by his correct name, please.
Guys, I wasn't on the podcast this week. Can we just spare me the emotional damage for like a week as
Troy?
a Christmas present?
Newly signed TNA 0121 representative Leon Slater. Why not? I mean, he'll probably win the X division because it makes sense.
I was about to say.
It makes sense.
Going to be X Division champion.
Imagine if Leon Slater pins Alex Shelley. What a fucking time to be alive.
Just give me Leon Slater versus Alex Shelley, please.
Yeah.
I've gone for Josh Alexander just because he feels like their guy, and
he's always there, and he's always around.
If he's kind of like on redemption arc.
Brian Myers just resigned, so he could be in for a shot.
Yeah, possibly.
He's a steady hand, isn't he?
Aye.
He is. Cardona again. Right, so that's all our predictions anyway for titles. Now, just a little bit of fun at the end. Let's do some just audacious predictions. So let's start with things we think will happen in 2024. Faye, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I've got Zack Sabre Jr. for the will happen. Is this the outside chance?
No, this is will happen.
Oh, Zack Sabre Jr. in the
Locked
C2.
in. Nice.
Sheppy Zach.
Tasty, you got anything for us?
So that will happen.
Yeah.
I'd say some form of Undisputed Era-esque reunion in AEW. I mean, that's pretty safe, isn't it?
I think so.
Possibly including the Kingdom, but you know. Yeah, because if you add Mike Bennett and Matt Taven together, they're almost the same age as Bobby Fish.
That's true. They do have a joint age of like 84 or something. I think I'm going to go really safe here. I think Swerve will be AW champion.
Yeah, that's a given.
I think that whole thing with him and MJF on Dynamite this week was pretty much like telling us, come Revolution, Swerve and MJF's going to be your main events. No, not on Tuesday. In March.
Not come Tuesday.
Troy, what you got?
Well, I've got 2 down. But we meant to put 1 or 2 because I saw you put 2.
I said 1 or 2.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've got 2. One of them, Sasha Banks comes back to WWE. I moved this about so much, but I thought, you know what? I'll go ballsy and I'll say it will happen.
I really don't want it to, but I think it might.
It's trending upwards, isn't it, at this point?
Yeah. What was your other one, Troy?
AEW will get a streaming service.
There is talk about them with HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My other one was Nigel McGuinness is going to come out of retirement.
I mean, that's
specifically All In.
That's kind of. I mean, if he doesn't wrestle All In this year, I'll be shocked. If him and Danielson, if that's not Danielson's last match in AEW as a full-time wrestler, I'll be fucking shocked.
Yeah, brittle Brian Danielson, that clam digger. Right. Next we got might happen in 2024. I'll go first. I think that AEW and TNA are gonna announce some kind of pay-per-view together. The way that TNA have like kind of worded that whole worlds will collide at Hard to Kill makes me think maybe that's going to be an announcement they make at Hard to Kill. That I know. Let's say round Mania weekend.
Imagine if Jericho comes out to Hard to Kill in front of like 300 people and like beats up Josh Alexander.
Pins out Shelly clean in the ring.
Jericho to TNA happens like fucking 15 years too late. Troy, what you got?
No chose.
I've got 2 for this again. I've got Andrade comes back to WWE again. Like it was between this and Sasha for will and might happen. I think it's probably more likely Andrade comes back and Sasha's a might, but I'm happy to leave it as it is.
That Andrade train's never late, is it? I mean, unfortunately, it's a train with Ric Flair on it. We don't know how that goes. But
if you take Ric Flair to WWE, I'll gladly help pack his bags.
He's too busy endorsing like chicken wings.
Oh, did you see that? Wings.
Wings! Oh God, it was awful.
did you see Effie's tweet about that?
No.
He retweeted it and he was like, those wings look about as good as Rick does.
Wow.
To be fair, when I think of chicken wings, I want nice crispy skin, and that's what I see when I look at Ric Flair. To be honest,
I mean, these look clammy at best.
I know it's awful.
Ric Flair does look like a chicken wing. You've left like a polystyrene tub too long, and it's gone a bit sweaty.
Like the ones when you come into like a chicken shop at about 4 or 5 a.m. The last ones that are sat in the.
You're not getting the good wings there, are you?
You don't want them. Nah.
The ones they're hoping they can get rid of before they have to like just throw them out.
It's usually like four for £3, but they'll do you fucking 8 for £2 because they're just
they're just fucked.
They're the ones that gave Blake Christian some like fucking
turbo diarrhea.
Yeah.
Turbo shits.
You bite into Ric Flair, you will get diarrhea confirmed.
All shot.
That was. I've got to give Aaron credit for that. That was
that was so good.
That was his actual finest ever work. It's literally the only good thing he's ever done.
No, Woo Wanker was his legacy.
Woo Wanker and Tate has nayfares for buses or something like that.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Blue Canes pro-choice one. That was very good.
Yeah.
That was very good. Okay, Tasty, what have you got for us?
It might happen. I'm going with my heart here. I'd say there's a sort of chance, maybe just a little one, that Eddie Kingston is AEW champion this year.
Yes,
a paper champion, a transitional champion, if you will. But fuck it, I'll take what I can get at this point. Because I will cry for like 3 days straight if Eddie wins the
belt. Faye?
I have put Okada in WWE, but that's only because I don't want him in TNA.
Okada?
Yeah. Yeah.
Call him by his given name.
No, never.
Oh, mate, if he goes to WWE, they're going to call him there.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Also, I think there's a really good chance that another AEW original goes to WWE.
Yeah.
I think that's
whether it's Ricky or whether it's one of the women, like a Red
MJF says he hasn't signed a contract.
Or
he signed a fucking contract already. Come on.
If he had signed it, he wouldn't say he'd signed it, would he? You know.
He's not seeing out the year as champion having not signed a contract already.
Who says he's seeing out the year?
I mean, there's what, a week left of the year.
But his last opponent, Samoa Joe.
Joe's going to choke him out so hard.
I mean,
he's going
to be honest.
He's going to wake up in Gorilla before the Royal Rumble.
I'll be honest. I do want that. I do want Joe to win. I had him down earlier and changed it, but yeah.
Joe's going to choke him.
He deserves one. He deserves a championship reign, even if it's only a little one.
Yeah.
I agree.
Troy, what else you got?
Brock Lesnar retires.
Ryan's eyebrows.
I think
German suplexes his eyebrows clean off his head.
I think that's more than might happen. And that
I had this in Will at one point. I feel like we finally get Gunther and Lesnar, and that is Lesnar's retirement match.
Ooh, yeah. And then weirdly, 2 weeks later, he pops up in a Belfast suburb and clotheslines a man's eyebrows off.
Yes, please.
Completely unrelated news.
For no reason. Just I don't know what he was doing there.
Give me what I want.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Shows up at the glider station.
I've got a CM Punk becomes Shawn Michaels number 2 in NXT. Obviously, he's already talking this happening. He's obviously spending a lot of time actually working behind the scenes there already. And I think Road Dogg's going to end up going up to working more on main roster alongside Triple H. And yeah,
it's a shout. Yeah,
I think Punk going in as number 2 there makes a lot of sense to eventually then, when Shawn Michaels retires, he's got that job that he wants where he gets to tell all the young talent that they're doing it wrong and that they can't use real glass because they don't use that on Saturdays. And if you don't say hello to him, you can't come to his performance centre and all that lovely stuff.
And everyone has to eat muffins all the time.
Not on a Monday, though, because it's not open.
Okay.
Crap man, Punk.
And next up, we've got Chocolate Muffin Punk. Next up, we've got outside chance that it could happen in 2024. Tasty, do you want to get a start on this?
Yeah, I've got a wild one. Okay. I think there's a slim, very, very slim chance that Tony Khan makes a substantial investment into Impact Wrestling or TNA in 2024. They're spending big on contracts. They're not pulling big numbers on gates. I don't know where their money's coming from. I've not looked into it. But if they find themselves in a bit of trouble, I think Tony could step in for the good of professional wrestling and inject some cash / Sammy Guevara into their company.
I had this down. I had TNA sells up, basically. But I didn't decide on who. I don't see AEW doing it. Tony's not running a third company. He's already got Ring of Honor. It's not happening.
I don't see him buying it. I just see him putting money in to keep it going.
Like Vince
maybe
in the 90s.
Yeah. But I don't see them buying it. But then imagine the video catalog they've got. Like WWE would probably be more interested in a video catalog to add to the network. It could go either way. But
everybody wants Victory Road 2011.
Yeah, boy.
We all want that.
What better way to celebrate Sting's retirement than by watching the worst matches in his career?
Oh, no. Don't make me sad. So, Faye, what have you got?
I have 2. One, that Ryan finally loses his eyebrows in 2024.
What if we just take them by force next time?
Yeah,
we all see
we can make that happen.
We just have to get there before Brock does.
Just pay Effie 50 quid to do it, because Ryan won't even protest that.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll do a whip round. We'll just get Daddy paid, and he can come and do it for us.
Sweet.
And
when he's in the country, I'm not paying for his flights.
No.
I might do. We'll see. So I have Hannah Taylor shows up either in Ring of Honor for AEW and tagged with Mariah May.
This is just an absolute Faye dream pick.
Yeah, well, they are very good friends.
They are.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
Mariah is all elite.
And she's friends with Chris Jericho. Hannah knows Chris Jericho too.
So. Oh, does she?
Yeah.
So she could be in the Jericho
podcast. Shut the fuck up. Stop it now. I hate you so much. But yeah,
Troy,
that's what I want. So go on.
All right. That's fine. Yeah, I've got a couple. My first is Sheamus goes to AEW. Why not? I mean, he's done all he can. He's with the exception of winning the Intercontinental title, was the only one that saluted him. I don't know.
I love this idea that Sheamus is just chasing Adam Copeland around his company. He's like trying to have bangers with him. Like Adam just wants to rest, and Sheamus is like, "Come on, Grandad,
come on, do another one."
Not another one. That one they hadn't done.
Audio there while you're at it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get the bar in.
What would they call him in AEW?
You'd probably just go by
the level,
which was Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
Stephen Farrell.
Oh, yeah. Top red.
Yeah.
Top red.
Just that. Top red. He's ginger. It's fine.
I'll go for one of mine next. I've got Seth Rollins leaves WWE. His contract
coincidentally is Faye cries for no reason at all.
His contract is due up in the summer, I believe. Even though he's a company guy, I feel like there's like a 20% chance that he might want to like sort of test the waters outside.
We all thought Dolph Ziggler was a company guy, and look where we are.
Yeah, but he got fired.
He was a lifer. Yeah, true.
He didn't just leave.
I mean, there's a lot of people whose contracts are up next year, there wasn't there? Because a lot of people signed like a big 5-year one at the time of like AEW starting up. Like they locked a lot of people in on those 5-year deals when AEW started up, and that's coming up next year. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think out of everyone, Seth feels like he could be the most likely. As I say, outside chance, but yeah.
The return of Tyler Black.
Oh my god! He made a Tyler Black shirt this year.
Tyler Black.
Yeah.
Tyler Black and the G1. Give me what I want.
Whoa. Shut your dirty mouth.
I don't even want him to fucking go to AEW. I couldn't give a fuck about that. Just put him in the G1.
Put him everywhere so I can see him, please.
Put him in the G1.
I can see him win things.
I think that's an interesting point that you raised, like Seth outside chance potentially going, but there's a lot of contracts. So I think I feel like WWE are going to kind of really raid the free agent market next year with the potentially a lot of people going, like of some big names as well. Like, I think Drew's part of that list as well.
Yeah,
of people that like imagine hypothetically Drew and Seth go like two top guys of the company. That's that free agent market there. Like they could hoover up.
What's Seth in spring break?
Oh yeah. I've got one more. It's bold. WWE opens the forbidden door. I mean, I guess they sort of did last year with Mickie James in the Rumble. TNA are saying you'll never guess who we've got. They're rebranding as TNA. I feel like they might let AJ pop over there and make an appearance.
Troy, they opened the letterbox on the forbidden door.
It's just the dust skirt at the bottom.
he let Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle in Japan because he was already over there because it was Christmas.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't know with this one. I feel like one thing that is interesting is the TNA's streaming service is on the platform that
Endeavor, isn't it?
Endeavor, yeah, that own TKO Holdings. So that there would be seemingly a precedent that they could do that. I don't know. It's weird with WWE because they always kind of go, "Oh yeah, we're happy to do that," but then they just try and buy out the company straight after they fucking start working with them. So,
which goes back to the point earlier about TNA possibly selling up, or not even necessarily selling up, but then WWE were like, "Well, Video library. We'll pop some money in. There's something there.
I don't know. I think with TNA repackaging, I feel like they're trying to grow the brand, not sell up. Yeah, I feel like they're more trying to elevate their own brand as opposed to sell up to somebody. But I can see more like Tony Khan put like an injection of cash into them or something like that to kind of help them out.
Injection of something.
Well, yeah, the poison. Speaking of poison, my last one is that Vince McMahon gets fired by TKO because they don't want him
because he's a walking fucking disaster.
Yeah,
he's a PR nightmare.
He's going to try and goose a fucking Endeavour exec at a party or something, isn't
he? They don't want him there. They literally, the only reason he's there is because they needed him to broker the deal. Because
as soon as they have the chance, he's off.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have sold up without being part of the deal because he's a fucking egomaniac. I think it's one of those things where the writing's been on the wall for this one for a while. They've got him in this office job. He's going to either get fed up and leave, or he's going to do something to upset them all, and they're going to like have no choice but to fire him, or something else comes out the woodwork and they go, right, we need to get rid of you. Either way, I think.
To that, add a third one. Vince McMahon ends up on the Oprah Winfrey Show by the end of the year. Go on.
On the Oprah, is that even still a thing?
It will be.
Bring it back just for him.
Bring it back just for Vince.
They'll have to do a second Behind the Bastards on Vince McMahon.
Yes, please. I mean, he barely fucking scratched the surface when he did the first one.
They did 6 episodes and they only got up to Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Christ.
And they didn't even mention like all the stuff that got him to retire.
No, I mean, it's okay. You say like Vince will do something, but if the first 15 sex crimes didn't do it, I don't know what's going to tip him over the edge. To be fair,
God, well, let's end on this note.
The difference is that obviously now he's not in a position of power anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna throw just to end those one buzz. I'm gonna throw out a really out there prediction that Mustafa Ali will win the rest of the year in several places.
I think he's already in the fucking argument
because he is just setting them up, isn't he? Like Jesus Christ,
man's a star waiting to fucking happen. WWE.
It literally got announced a few hours ago that he's taking on Leon Slater in Progress as well.
Yep.
Dave Meltzer's gonna fucking explode.
He's gonna be crying stars. Well, yeah, that's
my last prediction. Dave Meltzer's gonna explode and just rain stars everywhere like a Mario bad guy.
And everywhere except
Bowser.
in Tampa.
like Sonic jumping on the spikes and all the rings going everywhere. Meltzer's going to do that with stars.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on this expedition of predictions for 2024. We'll reconvene next year to do our 2025 predictions and see how we got on. As I say, there'll be some kind of prize, probably Ryan's eyebrows for the winner.
No, thank you.
We can preserve them in resin, for all eternity.
Put them in dice.
We can put them in amber and then like resurrect them in like a million years' time, like you did in Jurassic Park.
Oh dear.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. Let us know in the comments or on socials or whatever, who you think are going to be champions, what your predictions for 2024 are, and have a good Christmas or holiday season, whatever you want to do. Festivus for the rest of us, all that lovely stuff. Take care. Bye.
Bye.